the Jurassic, the Cretaceous.
Right.
We had 1,000 parts per million, and Earth was green and lush, and life was thriving. 2,000 parts per million, Earth was green and lush. It's high CO2 is not a death sentence for the planet, but here's what is: low CO2. If we drop below 180 parts per million, it's a death sentence for this planet. Now, let's do a little experiment. Let's do a thought experiment. I did this in January of 23.
You start planting more trees.
No, as a geologist, I said, okay, let's look at the proposed CO2 limits. Let's look at the proposed CO2 limits right now. If we were to meet all these limits, what would the Earth look like? All right, they are proposing a reduction from 2010, and I think they want about a 45% reduction. It brings us down to about 220 parts per million. All right, 182 is considered a death sentence for our planet. When we reach that level, the forests begin to die.
Right.
All right, and the temperatures are colder, and the ice is greater in the northern hemisphere. So CO2 is not like a little dial where you can like click it and say, well, we need to bump it up or bump it down. The level that they're pushing for is only 35 to 36 parts per million away from a really, really bad level for Earth. So I did an experiment. When was the last time Earth was at 220 parts per million CO2? Last time we saw that was a geologic time called the Pleistocene.
Last ice age?
All right, Pleistocene, low CO2, the forest died. They want to push our temperatures back. We're an average right now, I think 59 degrees Fahrenheit is a global average, give or take.
Right now?
Right now, global average.
Oh, wow.
And they want to push us back to about 46 degrees, global average. If we make this planet, Dan, if we make this planet geologically like the Pleistocene, it's not good for us.
Right.
It's not good for humans. Would you agree with that?
No, I totally agree with that.
Okay, so let's put that aside. Now, look at what's happening on this week. What is happening is the major powers of the earth are being provoked to destroy one another. They're being provoked to create war, to deplete weapons resources, to deplete munitions, to deplete human power, to deplete entire populations. War is not good for us. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Okay, and you put that there. Now, look at what's happening socially. This is evil, climatic evil. This is evil. Conflict, war is evil.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now
especially thermonuclear war.
Now you look at what is happening. There's a concerted effort to break the social bonds that have always held societies together. Now, it's really tricky the way it's happening because they're important topics. 2014, the Occupy movement, rich against the poor. That's a real problem. It is real. We need to talk about it, but here's the thing. We need to talk about it in a kind way so that we can solve the problem, become a better society for it. It was weaponized to divide us rather than used to bring us together. Then the same thing happened, men against women in the Me Too movement. Really important. We need to talk about. These are real problems. It was weaponized to divide us, to break that social bond and our trust and our confidence. The same thing is now happening against Christians against Muslims, blacks against whites, Jews against Muslims, men against women, adults against children. Now it's the gender conversation. Every one of these is important, and every one is being weaponized to divide us. We're breaking the social bonds that have strengthened us as a society. Now they're going after religion. And when you have no social bonds left, when there's nothing left to trust, you become very vulnerable as a society to the ideas and the agendas of others. And you're seeing this concerted, you put this all together. I'm a systems thinker. A systems thinker looks at the big picture and then goes to the nanosecond of where we fit into that big picture. The big picture is that we are all casualties of these systems that are being put into place that are not good for us. And so you have to say, if they're not good for humans, who are they good for? That's a whole conversation we can have. But the point is, now the attack is on our very humanness, to separate us from our own, the human is defined by our genetics. When we begin to give our biology away to technology, we give our humanness away. Humanness is the link to the divinity. We give away our ability for empathy, sympathy, compassion, love, all of these things. What kind of a society do we become? Ray Kurzweil released his book earlier this year called The Synchronicity.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it's called? The synchronicity?
Synchronicity,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I'm sorry, not the synchronicity.